Well, I've always been interested in training. I had train layouts at my home, and I still do. My basement is full of train equipment and this kind of stuff. So I started out as a hobbyist, running electric trains in my basement and what have you. I know my wife used to say, "Oh, aren't you going to come to bed?" And she'd get on to me for that. My name is William Evans. My position here at the Hocking Valley Scenic Railway is president. I've been involved right at 20 years now. But after I retired, I thought, I'm going to come down here. I owned a caboose. Most of us own our own cabooses here on the railroad. So I was working with that, and I just stayed with the railroad. It gave me something to do. And after my wife passed away 15 years ago, you're by yourself, and so I spend 7 days a week I'm here.
With the line you see our two open cars we use, we hope to have them on the trains the weather holds next Saturday for the Easter trains.
It creates a place for the public to come and visit. Within a few hours of Columbus, with the new bypass they have now, it's easier to get here. And I think that's a big thing now. That was my main reason for it. And they said, well, why don't you run an engine? Well, yeah, we learned to run engine, but I would rather be back with the people. I work with the public. Our volunteers to work on track are older people. The younger ones will not come out and do manual labor. And the same thing is true for them working on the train. Some of the young ones will come out for a while and ride the train, then we don't see them again. To me, putting in ties and laying track, shoveling stone, I never did that before. I didn't know what it was like. But I can remember as a child watching the train crews come out. Now I'm doing that, and the knowledge you pick up. And the modern equipment we have today versus how they used to do it years ago, everything was manual. Now we have machinery to do a lot of it. But still there's a lot of manual work that has to be done. Well, we have one full-time employee. Okay. Frank was out there on the engine a while ago. And then we have two part-time girls, one in the ticket sales and one in the gift shop. That's it. We are quite concerned about the bypass. There's no signage telling the public that we're here. We're afraid this year will tell the tale if it's going to help us or it's going to hinder us. This past winter, we've had a lot of people that will end up down at Chansey, the plains, down in that area. Well, where is the railroad? They missed it. We're into this for another year to see what happens. I can't say it will, I can't say it won't. I just don't know. We're hoping it makes it easier for people to get here. I think it will tell what's going to happen with the bypass. Well, somebody's got to continue this, keep this organization going. And we've got to get the younger ones in to replace people like me. I'm 84 years old and I'm still out here 7 days a week. And we've got to get the younger people interested in coming in and volunteering. And as far as paying, some of our people have said, well, we're going to have to start paying these people. But our revenue isn't such that we can pay people. That's why we're a volunteer organization. And it's really tough to get them out. We've reached a plateau, I think, where everybody now wants to be paid. If you don't pay them, they won't work. Nobody benefits from this railroad except the public. I don't get paid. Nobody gets paid except our mechanic and our 2 part-time people. Every penny we make goes back into supporting this railroad and keeping it going. Every penny. But like I told you before, all the insurances, all the expenses, just keeping our engines warm and a place for our mechanic to work over there is very expensive to heat that building. Our utilities are tremendous. Our insurance premiums are out of sight. So those are the things that we have to look at. And without volunteers, we've got to have a lot of money to keep it going. And the only way we can get it is through volunteers and their hard work. You know, once they're gone, they're gone. They become bike paths and what have you. And we hope that never happens here. As you can see when you probably come in, you come over part of the bike path, which used to be our railroad yards here. And to me, it's very important that we keep this going because for future generations. If we don't, where are they going to go to see a railroad, the working railroad? Because we older people have worked so hard to get it where it's at today. But if we can get those people out here to help us, we're going to be in good shape.
A railroader, a railroader, a railroader for me. If ever I marry in this wide world, a railroader's bride I'll be. Now I would not marry a blacksmith, he's always in the black. I'd rather marry an engineer that throws the throttle back. A railroader, a railroader, a railroader for me. If ever I marry in this wide world, a railroader's bride I'll be.